Please welcome Senior Advisor of Intergovernmental Affairs, Diane Savino.
Buonasera. Benvenuto a Gracie Mansion. Welcome, everyone. On behalf of our Mayor, Eric Adams, I'm so proud to be here for the 4th year of his administration where we have celebrated Italian-American heritage and Columbus Day right here at Gracie Mansion. I see so many of my friends here, so many of people who are prominent in the Italian-American community, and this is a wonderful occasion. And Staten Island, that's right, Staten, Italy. But I have the honor and the privilege of introducing someone who, by the way, up until 6 months ago, I was the highest ranking Italian American in City Hall. But that changed. You know, they say there are no second acts in politics, that when people go on, they don't come back, but that's not true. 30 years ago, a young attorney went to work for the city of New York, working for the former mayor, Rudy Giuliani, as a deputy mayor of operations and the chief of staff, helping guide that administration in 1994. Along the way, he took on the mob. He took on corruption. He went out and he made a fortune as an attorney, but he never lost his way and his commitment to public service. And 6 months ago, when Mayor Adams needed someone to come in and help bring us forward to bring out the rest of this year, he tapped on a guy who was committed to public service and a proud Italian American, and that is our first Deputy Mayor, Randy Mastro.
Well, I think Diane has given speeches before. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a proud Italian American. My mother, born on Staten Island. I've lived here, New Dorp. I've lived here my entire adult life. This is the greatest city in the world. And you know what? It has one of the largest Italian populations of any city in the world. And how much have Italian Americans contributed to our city, our country, our world? When I first came to City Hall, my office is right across from the mayor's office. And there are portraits of all the former mayors. And on the wall between his office and mine was some guy nobody ever heard of, who was the son of a Civil War general that Abraham Lincoln fired and then ran against him for president, and fortunately lost. So I said to the mayor, shouldn't we have a more appropriate person portrait on the wall between us? And guess who that was? Fiorello LaGuardia, who hangs proudly there today. Now, I want to make a little announcement here tonight. Because as a proud Italian American, we honor our traditions and our heritage. We live in a city, a diverse city, where we embrace each other's differences, which more often than not lead to common values and common purposes. And in our community, there are certain symbols. There are certain places and structures that have come to symbolize Italian heritage. And among those are the Columbus statue in Columbus Circle and the Columbus statue in the Hoyt Avenue Triangle in Astoria, Queens. Now, some people have actually posted videos denigrating that part of our cultural heritage. We're not going to get into politics tonight. We're just going to call it straight, okay? Well, there are right now 2 pending applications at the Landmarks Preservation Commission, offered by the former head of the Columbus Foundation, to landmark, scenic landmark, those 2 historic sites. We call upon the commission to give those applications a full and fair review that allows all New Yorkers the right to participate in the process. And we hope at the end of that process, there will be a recognition and an understanding of what really matters in this city, which is that we respect each other's heritage. We respect each other's values. We show grace and dignity to one another, not denigrate them in really derogatory, disgusting ways. And at the same time, many of us celebrate this coming Monday, Columbus Day, and participate in the Columbus Day Parade, where I was a marshal 26 years ago. And we also respect those who honor that day as Indigenous Peoples' Day. And ladies and gentlemen, we also today are announcing that we are creating a grant program through Cultural Affairs to honor cultural programs and arts projects representing the Indigenous community, because we are an administration that respects all cultures and embraces all cultures. We have a mayor with a head and a heart. He wishes he could be here tonight. He's out of town, so I'm the acting mayor. I call those the glory days. But I want to say on behalf of him, who I am so proud to serve, I appreciate that he is a uniter, not a divider. He respects every community in this city. We have had more receptions at Gracie Mansion for every community, every ethnic group, every racial group, every religious group, to honor their traditions and their heritage. And as an administration, in the coming months, we want to do that too. I love my Italian heritage. I love being here with all of you to celebrate it. And it is a very diverse crowd, although maybe dominated by Italians. But I just want to say, it has been the honor of a lifetime for me to return to City Hall and have this opportunity to serve. And as we Italians like to say, raise a glass, Shantani.
Please welcome the Deputy Chief of Staff of the Mayor's Office of Intergovernmental Affairs, Serena Denny.
Buonasera a tutti e benvenuti a Gracie Mansion. My name is Serena Denny, and I have the honor of serving as the Deputy Chief of Staff at the Mayor's Office of Intergovernmental Affairs. In 2009, I packed my bags and left my parents, my 3 older sisters, and my small village in the southern region of Calabria to pursue a professional opportunity in New York City. At first, I thought I would be in New York only for 1 year, but God had a different plan for me. And 16 years later, I find myself standing on this stage, celebrating with all of you the extraordinary contributions and accomplishments of the Italian and the Italian-American community in this city. Coming to a new country alone without a support system was challenging. But like so many Italians before me, I made the journey across the Atlantic in search of a better future. I persisted, I faced every challenge head on. I worked hard, and I embraced every single opportunity that this wonderful city offered. Throughout this incredible journey, I got to grow personally and professionally. I also had the opportunity to meet amazing people from all over the world who took me in and showed me that being a New Yorker means celebrating your culture and background. As former Mayor Dinkins used to say, this city is a gorgeous mosaic where different cultures don't assimilate and lose their unique characteristics, but come together to create a beautiful whole. In the city that never sleeps, I also found my life purpose, which was to serve my community. I had the privilege of joining this administration 2 years ago, and since then, I've worked alongside accomplished public servants who work hard every day to better the life of all New Yorkers. Never in a million years would I have thought that this was possible for me. And for that, I would like to thank Mayor Adams, Chief of Staff, Deputy Mayor of Administration, Camille Joseph Varlick, and Deputy Mayor of Intergovernmental Affairs, Tiffany Raspberry. Many generations of Italians contributed to the success of New York City and this country. They often experience discrimination and hardship, yet they never give up and work hard to secure a better life for their families. Today, a new wave of Italian immigrants like me continues that tradition and chooses to make New York City their home. This city remains a beacon of hope, freedom, and opportunities. While our journeys might look different from those of our ancestors, we carry across the ocean the same values of family, hard work, integrity, and service. So no matter your story or which country you come from, we are all bound together by resilience, sacrifice, and the pursuit of a brighter future. And now it's my honor to introduce tonight's honorees. Anthony Mangieri is a pioneer of Neapolitan-style pizza in the US. A native of New Jersey, Anthony grew up in a close-knit Italian-American family, and developed a pizza obsession from a young age. This early fascination developed into a lifelong dedication to creating the perfect pizza. He's the owner of Una Pizza Napoletana, which has been named the #1 pizzeria in the world for the last 3 consecutive years.
I have it on my phone. Thank you. I'm going to read from my phone because I'm a pizza maker and not really a speech maker. I'll be brief. I'm an Italian American. I grew up in a hardworking family and come from very humble beginnings, very. I owned and operated Una Pizza Napoletana since 1996. Next year is our 30th year in business. Thank you. Our purpose at the restaurant, besides hopefully making really amazing pizza, is to inspire people through the relentless pursuit of excellence in everything we do. And I take that very, very seriously. I'm so proud of where I come from, but I'm even more proud to be a New Yorker. The immigrant families that have been coming to New York City for the last 100+ years have built our city and continue to make it the place it is today. As New Yorkers, I really feel that we have an incredible responsibility because this is really a city that belongs to the world. And in being so, the world looks to us. We need to carry ourselves with dignity and strive for excellence and treat each other with love and kindness. People from all over, I go to Italy all the time. Everyone I meet there is always like, where are you from? I'm like, New York. They're like, oh my God, beautiful, beautiful. I want to go there so bad. So, you know, when you think about that and how people dream to visit here and they want to come here for a vacation or even come here and work and move here and try to fulfill their dreams, it just means to me that we have such a responsibility as New Yorkers. And I just want to say that I feel really honored and grateful for all the gifts that I've been so fortunate to receive in my life as a New Yorker. Grazie.
The next honoree is Carlo Cicera. He has devoted his career to promoting economic growth and development in New York City and his home borough of Brooklyn. He's the president and CEO of New York Building Congress. He's also the president of the Federation of Italian American Organizations, where he spearheaded the building of the new Italian Cultural and Community Center in Brooklyn to preserve the Italian American heritage and culture.
Thank you, thank you. Buonasera, buonasera. Any Italians in the room? All right. Any Sicilians in the room? All right. You know, there are Italians and then there are Sicilians, and don't ask any questions. Anyway, 2 minutes, I promise. First of all, give it up to Mayor Eric Adams. Bravo, Eric. And you're going to hear from one of my colleagues in a bit, Jack Spatola. We met with Eric way back when Eric was still a state senator, and I worked for a guy named Marty Markowitz. You remember Marty Markowitz? And we told him about this wonderful project. And Eric, as a senator, as a borough president, and as a mayor, supported the building of New York City's first community-based Italian-American community and cultural center, Il Centro. So Eric, thank you. Randy Mastro, thank God you are there. Give it up to Randy Mastro. My friend Diane Savino, amazing people. You see this little girl, Teresa Wave, she's jumping up and down. My little Teresa. Say hi, Teresa. And let me just say thank you to all my friends who are here, friends who are not friends but family. My team at the New York Building Congress, they had a busy day today, but they're here tonight. And I will just leave you with a couple of things. First of all, you do have the greatest pizza anywhere in the world, Una Pizzeria, Lower East Side. Your honorees are amazing. Jack Spatola, who you will hear from. And I want you to give a round of applause to the new chairman of the National American Foundation, who is taking what is about Italy, America, across the country, John Calvelli. John, I know you're there. Thank you, John. So I have just 2 quick questions. Are you proud to be Italian? Are you excited to be part of this incredible, diverse Italian community? Okay, so you have a job. You cannot just be Italian in October or tonight or for the Columbus Day Parade. You must be Italian every day. You must continue to fight for our culture. You must continue to be proud of our culture. You must be out front when they try and take things away from us, because we have given so much to this city, the state, and the country. So my homework to you all is get out there, talk about your heritage, be proud of your heritage, teach your children Italian, and always remember that there are people who came here a long time before us who built an incredible legacy. Buonasera, grazie, e forza Italia.
Ross Falassi has been a big influence in the music business for the last 4 decades as a prominent DJ that plays all kinds of music. Is a strong supporter of the NYPD and the founder of Back the Blue, as a tribute to the men and women who serve, protect, and keep our streets safe every day. Please welcome Ross Falassi.
We're going to try to keep it short and sweet, all right? People want to know what I do, so here's what we do. About 5-6 years ago, during COVID, you guys remember that disaster, the word was out, let's defund the police. That's when I got together with some friends and said, we can't have that. Because of 1 or 2 bad apples, there's no reason why NYPD should suffer. So what we do is we go out, we have friendly protests, we give out T-shirts and hats and cards, and we just express our feelings, let them know how important it is that NYPD should feel loved and not look over their shoulder and worry that somebody's gonna hurt them. You know what I mean? So this is what we do, and we're not gonna stop because it's not fair because of a couple of bad apples. I'm gonna repeat that everybody should suffer. So that's it. So with the help of Two Twins Printing, we just flood the whole Brooklyn with everything, and we express our love and respect the badge. And that's it. Thank you.
Vito Antuofermo is a former world champion middleweight boxer. He trained several policemen as well as kids through PAL. He was also in Godfather movies, Sopranos, and Goodfellas. Please welcome Vito Antuofermo.
Buonasera a tutti. Per quelli che mi capiscono italiano, io posso parlare anche inglese, però lo dico in italiano, ma l'ha fatto prima. Siamo tutti differenti, però siamo tutti lo stesso. Avete capito? Grazie. Lo voglio dire sempre. No? È vero. Sì. Grazie a tutti, piacere a tutti. Grazie.
Jack Spatola is a lifelong educator and community leader whose impact spans decades. As principal of PS 172, his leadership led to top citywide rankings in math and reading, setting a standard adopted across New York City schools. As chairman of the Federation of Italian American Organizations, he has championed cultural preservation, youth programming, and the creation of the Brooklyn's first Italian Community Center. Please welcome Jack Spatola.
Buonasera a tutti. Good evening, everybody. Okay, Carlo took and stole my thunder. Forget it. He said everything that I wanted to say and more. However, I'd like to reciprocate and say wonderful honorees led by Carlo Chisura are very, very proud role models of the Italian American community. So whenever you're speaking about the Italian American community, you're speaking about basically heritage. Heritage that comes from family and, of course, our generations. So when I came here as an immigrant with my family, that heritage translated into doing something that would improve people's lives, of all the people around us. And I think that's something that we start out with, to improve conditions, to create opportunities that will be building a better tomorrow. And so as an educator, I did that. As a community person, I also joined very wise immigrants who wanted to help not only other immigrants, but all in the community. The Federation today is very proud because it has worked on one belief, on one character trait, which is, in order to be proud, and here we're talking about culturally proud, you must know it. If you know your heritage, if you know your culture, you then, with that pride, embrace all others. And we have been extremely successful in reaching tens of thousands of people of all different backgrounds through the character that our family heritage has passed on to us. So we gotta think about tomorrow. We gotta think about the future. I was speaking to John Cavelli, and I was saying to him, let's not look only yesterday. And sometimes we don't take credit for the great things we did yesterday. We concentrate on things that we probably should have done better. If that's the case, let's look at what we can do to create a better future. And the way we do it is by providing support, creating opportunities for Italian Americans and everyone in our community. And I'm proud of people that have started to do that and continue to do that to expand our rich heritage through deeds by providing real programs, services, and creating these opportunities for our future. Thank you.
Adriana Trugiani is a best-selling author of 20 books in fiction and nonfiction. She has been published in 38 countries around the world, and the New York Times calls her books tiramisu for the soul. She's also an award-winning playwright, television writer, and filmmaker. Accepting on her behalf is Anna Malafronte.
Good evening, buonasera. I am very proud to be representing not only Adriana Trigiani, but all Italian-American women. I want to give all of you a round of applause this evening for all that you do within your communities, with your organizations. Brava e forza donne. Adriana could not be here this evening because she's on tour promoting her new book, The View from Lake Como. But she wanted me to share with you a very heartfelt message. When I was a little girl, growing up in Big Stone Gap, Virginia, my dad had a garment mill. He came to New York City often to get work in the garment district. I am one of 7 children and often joined him in this city. Since I was 5 years old, all I wanted to be was an Italian-American New Yorker. Thank you, Mayor Adams, for this honor. You have made this little girl's dream come true. I only wish I could be there with you. But I am a New Yorker, and therefore I am working hard to honor the privilege of living here and raising a family in the greatest city on earth. I hope to celebrate with you soon. God bless you and every New Yorker. Grazie. Buona serata.
And now, please welcome Deputy Mayor of Intergovernmental Affairs, Tiffany Raspberry, who will introduce the last honorees.
Good evening. My name again is Tiffany Raspberry, and I serve as Deputy Mayor for Intergovernmental Affairs here in the Adams administration. I am so honored to join you at this celebration in honor of the extraordinary contributions that Italian Americans have made to the life, culture, and spirit of New York City. Tonight, I want to recognize someone who is a proud Italian American, a devoted New Yorker, and a lifelong public servant, John Calvelli. I first met John when I moved to Washington, D.C. to work on Capitol Hill more years ago than I want to admit. At that time, he was serving as Chief of Staff and Counsel to then Congressman Eliot Engel, where he earned a reputation as one of the most effective and most trusted public servants in Washington, a reputation he still holds today. He was a steady hand, a strategic thinker, and a generous mentor. Not long after, he hired one of my college classmates to work in his office because John always had been someone who opens doors for others. When he returned to New York a few years later and joined the Wildlife Conservation Society, he extended that same generosity to me. He gave me one of my first professional opportunities here in the city, and on my second day on the job, it was unfortunately September 11th. It was one of the most difficult moments in our city's history. Even then, John's calm leadership and compassion stood out. A few months after I started, I was offered a position at City Hall. I was nervous to tell him, but instead of disappointment, his eyes lit up. He invited me into his office and gave me a detailed tutorial on who was who at City Hall, so that I would be ready to succeed on my first day. That moment of kindness, mentorship, and grace has always stayed with me and speaks to who John is as a person. Throughout his career, he has continued to serve with distinction. As Executive Vice President of Public Affairs at the Wildlife Conservation Society, he has led groundbreaking conservation initiatives like 96 Elephants campaign, helping close the ivory markets across the US. And earlier this year, John was tapped to serve as chair of the National Italian American Foundation, where his leadership continues to strengthen the bonds between the United States and Italy and celebrates the proud legacy of Italian Americans across this nation. His advocacy has helped shape national legislation, cultural partnerships, and educational programs in honor of his heritage. John also serves as vice chair of NYC Tourism. He is chair of the International Conservation Partnership and as a leader on numerous other civic and cultural boards. And if all of that is not enough, John and I are both proud Fordham University alumni. Whenever I work with him, I'm always reminded that Fordham produces people who lead not only with intellect, but with integrity and heart. John has been an incredible friend and mentor to me over the years, and for that I am deeply thankful. His kindness, wisdom, and faith in others has made a lasting difference on my life and in the lives of so many people that he has touched throughout his career. I stand here today as an example of that. John's mentorship helped me prepare for this position. John, you embody the best of what it means to be an Italian American and a New Yorker. On behalf of the City of New York, we thank you for your leadership, your generosity, and your lifelong commitment to service and community. Congratulations.
Can we give a big hand to Tiffany? That was the only person I regret that was not here was my wife, because she would not have believed any of that. So I appreciate the heartfelt message. But how many of you know Charlie Rangel, Congressman Charlie Rangel? Show of hands. Charlie had a great line. Everything has been said, but not by me. You have heard it all tonight. The importance of our heritage, the importance of our culture. The first deputy mayor, so many people have said the same message, which is our values, who we are as a community. We believe in faith. We believe in community. We believe in respect. These are the words, these are the traits that drive us. And that idea of community. My dear, dear friend and brother, Carlos said it best. Let's not just be Italian today. Let's be proud of our heritage every day, but make sure that we are a part of this community. Not just the Italian-American community, but the community of New York. We're going to need every one of you to step up and be engaged. E adesso due parole in italiano, perché non dobbiamo dimenticare la nostra lingua italiana, non dobbiamo dimenticare mai la nostra cultura. Dobbiamo ricordare che siamo italiani orgogliosi, ma allo stesso tempo facciamo parte della più bella città del mondo, the New York City. Now, he asked about Sicily. How many Calabresi are in the room? How many Bronxites are in the room? All right, okay. I will tell you, I come from a very, very famous Italian colony, Bronx, New York. Arthur Avenue, specifically. There we go. My mother did show up. I will tell you that those moments, those communities made me who I am today. And I have been blessed because of friends like Tiffany, like my colleague Chris Durasimi. These are individuals that have given so much to this city. You know, yes, I did go to Fordham, undergrad in Fordham Law, and the Jesuits have a great way of messing with your mind because they make you understand the importance of community. But I didn't need to learn it from the Jesuits. I learned it from my parents. I learned it from my grandparents. The need to care about your family. The need to care about your fellow man and woman. And that, I take this award and I say thank you to all of you for being here tonight. And I want to thank the city of New York for giving me the opportunity to serve. Thank you very much.
As we line up to take the picture, I think it's really important that we take a moment to acknowledge the organizations who every day work to promote Italian heritage and Italian culture in this amazing city. The Italian American Heritage and Cultural Committee is here. The Calandra Institute is here. The Federation of Italian American Organizations are here. The Sons of Italy are here. Every day, they promote the history of our struggle and and what we have done to create this city, and how everywhere you go, whether it is the South Bronx or the south of Staten Island, you can find Italians in every community. We are here, we have been here for the past 150 years, and we are an example for other organizations that come behind us. So congratulations to everyone, and congratulations on tonight and to all of our honorees. Thank you. On behalf of Mayor Eric Adams. How could we forget the Columbus Citizens Foundation hosting our parade on Monday?
Now mangia and enjoy.